neither did I think that we would actually see this clash at the end of this series. Yeah, I'm actually talking about a Gintama chapter. It's an absolute miracle. I haven't talked about one in 2 years, actually, for the series. And it's like, yeah, while the series is a huge and massive troll, pretty much lately for the past 2 months it's been getting serious. And honestly, for the most part, I really did want to talk about this chapter, mainly because of the major fact of what's happening into this. And not to mention as well that I feel like Gintama's ending, it honestly feels like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the series is ending. I mean, we've already got like big hitters like Naruto out there, and Gintama's been in like Shonen Jump for absolute years now, and if it's going, then it's might as well go out with a bang like that, because this is one of the most huge things that Gintama still has yet to conclude, and that is the fate between Gintoki and Takasugi. Not to mention as well the battle between Kamui and Kagura, which I was expecting that these two fights would be pretty much separate from each other, but they're both happening at the same time. Yeah, I'm starting to feel that this is going to be slightly rushed, and that like Hideki is pretty much going to go straight into this fight, and a lot of stuff going down. So pretty much in this chapter that we saw, they saw that the ideals were clashing, and it was just like, I swear to God, Gintoki is like some freaking philosopher. Like, there's this like whole paragraph that I want to read to you that I just found really touching, and I was like, I really respect the man for. While you've abandoned 100, I've connected with 1,000. While you've destroyed thousands, I've been helped by 10,000s. So what's an army of a few thousands? We have protected everything that's just free. We're the Yuris. I was like, yes. That is just freaking philosophy. That still reminds me of some Sao Mengde stuff from Three Kingdoms. I'd rather betray the world than the world betray me. And that's the sort of stuff, like, most of the stuff that I hear from Gintoki most of the time anyway, throughout the series, when he's not being a fucking troll, is he is such a philosopher, and he is just such a respectable and cool mother. But yeah, it's definitely seeing, like, we didn't see too much of the Kamui and Kagura. Pretty much just only saw like that little initial strike that we saw from the start of the chapter, but definitely it seems like it's going to be starting next week, more with the clash and the fighting and all that. But this is like more like the ideals between Gintoki and Takasugi, since Takasugi is just so versed on freaking vengeance and revenge and all that. And I just liked how Gintoki's saying, yeah, you may think I've lost something, but all I've lost is like one more back to protect. I was like, yo, those two really are at the point where there's no return. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if, like, we see the others as well. I wouldn't be surprised if Kastura, like, sort of gets his way into this fight somehow. Like, why don't we have all of them join up again? Like, because there's another thing I would like them to do before if this series is ending, and that's, could they at least go more into the Joey War, like, a bit more? I really want to see what happened to him, because they showed, like, that little Shonen Jump little promo thing, I think, like, ages ago, where you saw, like, the fight and, like, pretty much what happened in that war. Like, but I really want to see, like, what happened in Joe, with the Amanto and everything, and I feel like that'd be some interesting stuff that could be covered as well for the series. Not to mention as well, we did have that little bit with Zenzo, Saratobi, and also as well the Shogun, showing the little bonding of the Oniwan Banshu, like, sort of like what was happening with them, and it's like a little child, like, I really appreciate that Zenzo is pretty much still trying to go in. Even though he's beaten up to a bloody pulp right now, he is still pretty much trying. And yeah, as well, we did even see a bit of Shinpachi as well. He was still trying to give a little bit of action. These guys are going against some heavy hitters right now. I mean, you've got the freaking Shinsengumi going against the Yato of all people. It's like, and not to mention as well, Gintoki, Kagura, Shinpachi have tried to go against all these guys. And you see, like, we've already got some big heavy hitters into this fight already, but I feel like we're going to need everyone. We're going to need everyone from the cast to hold back these Yatos, because that's some powerful warriors. And the whole tribe is built on this power. And yeah, just because you got Kagura, Gintoki, and Shinpachi, and Zenzo and all that, and Saratobi, that ain't enough probably to beat these guys. Overall, this is like a really amazing chapter. I wouldn't have been talking about it if it weren't amazing. But yeah, if you don't expect me doing any more Gintama chapters, yeah, don't be surprised and all that, because I love Gintama. It's my guilty pleasure and all that. But chapter reviews on it, I kind of learned the harsh way that, yeah, it's really hard to review comedy. And it's just really just hard to talk about, honestly. Like, with Gintama, it just lots to do with episodic stuff, and I've even felt that as well with Nisekoi. Like, you can't really talk about episodic for too long, because what else can you really talk about it? But honestly, yeah, I absolutely love this. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. This was like fantastic, freaking deep stuff that I love from Gintoki, and it was just like, yo, if the series is ending, this is how it goes out with a bang. I'll be fine with the series being ended. I mean, it's long. It's had, I guess you could say it's had its run, but overall, I love Gintama for what it is, and I hope you guys do too. I'll see you guys next time.